New York Police Department. So we got to bring them to the front of the congregation, both correctional officers and a police department. And the reason that I want to do this is because I seen this story because y'all sent it to me. Um, and I think that it's something that we need to address and evaluate because I always hold people accountable for what they do to police officers because you know that I am a heavy advocate for and supporter of police officers throughout the United States of America. I think that those are truly the heroes, police officers, anybody that's a part of the military. I think that those are the real heroes. And I think that they unjustly get a bad rap. But what happens when police officers or correctional officers are being held accountable for something that they're accused of? I wanted to review this with y'all. Let's get into it. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's rock.
Without investigation into the death of an inmate at a New York prison. The state attorney general's office releasing body camera footage today showing the beating that is being blamed for his death.
Fox 8's Morgan McKay has been reviewing the incident. She joins us live from the newsroom. Morgan, more than a dozen correction officers were involved in this.
Bianca, Natasha, it's a tough video to watch. Robert Brooks died shortly after this alleged assault. His family has seen the videos, but due to the graphic nature of the body camera footage, Fox 5 has decided to only show images of part of this alleged beating.
These videos are shocking.
I hate Letitia James so much. It's very hard to find somebody that you hate. I might hate Letitia James. You know, just her visual representation on this video makes me angry. The fact that I got to look at Letitia James is despicable to me. It takes away from the whole story. Letitia James is trash to me. I can't even stand seeing this woman. Absolute trash and garbage, in my opinion. I don't like even seeing a look of this chick. Just so evil, just an evil person in life.
And disturbing, and I advise all to take appropriate care before choosing to watch them.
The state attorney general's office released this footage recorded on body cameras worn by 4 correctional officers at the Marcy Correctional Facility in central New York. These videos, which have no audio, show Robert Brooks being carried into the infirmary by correctional officers. Brooks's hands are handcuffed behind his back when officers start punching him. They then hoist him up by his neck.
Question. With all of the body cam footage that's available now, why would you do this? Let's remove how bad of a human being you are out of the equation. All right. Let's just say, hey, man, we're going to be smart about our crime because crime happens everywhere. And as long as you have humans involved, there will be, some bad actors. All right. And I think that the bad actors need to be held accountable. But hear me out. When I see cameras or when I know that cameras are around, I instantly get a little bit more mindful, even if we're not doing nothing, even if nothing is happening bad, right? When I see people pull out a camera, I just tense up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And I could just be chilling or whatever. But the minute that I start seeing people do like this, I was over my mother's house for Christmas on Christmas Day. And my mother had some of her friends over and they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm assuming that they didn't know who I was. It was, older women and the couples and stuff like that. And she was like, hey, say hey, y'all. And she started showing, doing like this, say hey, y'all, and stuff like that. And me, I was like, because I don't know who you are. I don't know I don't know where this is going to. I don't know if it's going to Facebook. Usually older people, they like to use Facebook. They're not posting it to X. They starting to get a little bit more intuitive when it comes to TikTok. But the minute that I start to see cameras, I just naturally be like, I just went ahead and start going to sleep. And so when you see this, you telling me not one person, knowing that the cameras, the body cam footage was happening, not one person, not one, 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 not one was like, hey, man, hey, bro. No. I ain't know we was going that far. I ain't know that we was doing it that way. Hey, we got to chill out, bro. Not one person, not one strong person, strong-minded person said, hey, bro, I don't think that, hey, man, chill out, bro. Wait, you ain't even got to make a big deal about it. Not a big, hey, hold on, man. You know they throwing out charges for that, right? Now, one person. Never in my life have I ever been afraid to stand up for myself and say, hey, man, this ain't for me, bro. I'm out. I have always been Cuba Gooding Jr. riding down the street with Doughboy. Hey, Doe, let me out the car, man. Even if I was in my room punching right before that. Even if I was in my room punching in air because Nia Long wouldn't give me no box. Some people are the Doughboys of the world. Other people are the Rickies. You know what I'm saying? I've always been Cuba Gooding Jr. Hey, Doe, let me out the car, bro. Hey, Doe, stop the car. Hey, man, but see, I'm a little bit different than the movies. Hey, man, I said stop the car, bro. If you don't stop the car, I'm going to jump out. No, I will jump out the car, bro, while it's moving. Like, don't try to force me to do something I don't want to do. I've always been the person that was like, hey, man, look, I thought that this made sense. It seemed like we going down the wrong street. I think I just got a sign from God. Let me out the car, though. No, y'all crash dummies. Y'all going the wrong way. Ain't nobody of all of these correctional officers ever said, you know what? This don't look like that is going that way. This don't look good. I seen a lot of police officers, even people that crucified police officers that justifiably did something the right way. Yeah, they not playing on us. It's open season on correctional officers and police officers right now. And we got body cam footage. I don't want that problem, bro. I don't want that problem. I'm going to go ahead and absolve myself and I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be on camera with y'all. I don't want to chill with y'all. I'm out. I'm out. I know they about to repossess my car. I'm going to quit my job. I don't want this job no more. I don't want to be a part of this.
Forcefully, and one officer starts to smack Brooks with a shoe. One officer then used his booted foot to kick and pin down Brooks. Another officer punched Brooks in his upper body, and one of the officers again punched Brooks while handcuffed. At one point, Brooks—
A lot of y'all ain't watch Boys in the Hood. Go watch Boys in the Hood. Hey, dog, let me out the car.
Was sat up with his face bloodied, and an officer punched him again. Brooks was then pulled up by his collar and forced to the wall.
Somebody said correctional officers that immunity is on the way. That's not true. That's not true. Immunity is not, listen, police immunity or immunity for correctional officers does not apply when you go outside of the rule handbook in your training. It does not apply. That is the biggest lie that they sold y'all during this election process. It does not apply to people that go outside of their training. What it does do is it's supposed to protect your personal assets when you are within the training, yet the police department is still facing lawsuits and or persecution from what happened and you just followed the training. So it becomes more burdensome or cumbersome on the police department to make sure that they're training their officers properly versus just letting them go and figure it out for themselves. All right. And then put more of the responsibility on the governing bodies to make sure. Do not in any way, shape, or form be misinformed. This is why knowledge is power and key. Y'all listen to TikTok. Y'all think that y'all just making sense. That's not applicable in this case. Every last one of those police officers or correctional officers will be taken into consideration and held accountable for their actions. Police immunity does not apply. It's not applicable in this situation.
The next part of the video, which we're not showing due to its graphic nature, shows Brooks being carried back to the table seemingly unconscious. Brooks died the following morning at a Utica hospital. No charges have been filed yet, but the incident is being investigated by several agencies. In court filings this week, state police investigators said that preliminary findings from the medical examiner's office show showed asphyxia as a possible cause of death. Governor Kathy Hochul said she was outraged and horrified after seeing the video and ordered the
welcome,
Department of
Gab.
Corrections to fire the
I
14
appreciate you.
employees who allegedly participated. A spokesperson for the department said that 13 of those involved have been suspended without pay and one resigned. Brooks was serving a 12-year sentence after being convicted of first-degree assault for stabbing a former girlfriend.
Oh, now we got the ladies that's on the side of the police officers. Now y'all want to be on the side of the police. I can't believe that he had stabbed a former girlfriend. The police officers was right to deal with him the way that they deal with him. Okay, all right. Now we got another wrinkle in the case because most people were just reacting to the police officers or correctional officers and how they dealt with it. But y'all like vigilante justice as long as they don't have a uniform on, though, right? Everything changed, didn't it? Oh no, he deserved what he got. Huh? Huh? Oh, everything changed. Now you support correctional officers, right? Now you support correctional officers. He was serving 12 years. He tried to kill that girl. Now he deserved everything he got. Now you want to support correctional officers. Okay. All right. Cause see, it's cool when they don't have a badge on. When somebody do something to children and then it's vigilante justice that's implemented against them from another inmate, they say, hey man, don't press no charges on that inmate. That guy deserved what he got. Does the charges change the dynamics of the case?
Reverend Al Sharpton commended Hochul's swift action, but the incident sparked outrage among many elected officials and criminal justice advocates.
It's shocking. It shouldn't be, but it's just the manner, the way in which they did not care. They did exactly what they wanted to without a care in the world.
Now, the New York State Correctional Officers and Police Benevolent Association, the union which represents most of those allegedly in the video, says they do not condone the actions taken in the footage, but will be upholding its obligation to represent its.
Nah, you can't do that to people. If you swore an oath and you got to uphold the rule of the law, you can't take that into your own hands and do what you want to do. So I'm on the side of the justice system. You can't do that. You shouldn't be doing that. You can't kill somebody while they're in your custody. But I do want to hear more of the details. I want to know what he did. I want to know why they had dragged him out there in the first place. You never know. He could have do some doo-doo on a police officer or a correctional officer, right? He could have slapped somebody in the face. I don't know. He could have tried to kill one. And so that's the way that they decided to handle it. I don't think that they held themselves together and they handled it correctly up to this point. But I reserve the right to change my mind once more information comes out. But on top of that, the New York Police Commissioner is releasing a lot of people within the department now that the New York Police Chief has come under fire for being accused in the whole overtime situation. So check this out real quick.
Fox 5 is learning that Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch is continuing to make staffing changes within the NYPD. This comes just 1 week since former NYPD Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry resigned amid sexual misconduct allegations. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso joins us live from police headquarters in Lower Manhattan with more on all the changes. Jessica.
And Richard, these changes are not a shock to many. As expected, Commissioner Jessica Tisch is
Why you
cleaning
hollering when I
house. She
say
has
doo-doo,
ousted
Tia?
NYPD bosses. We're talking about the chief and now deputy chief.
Hey man, shout out to the police, the reporters and the responders over there in New York. They got a nice little lineup of skinny minis, of fun-sized girls over there in New York that's reporting the news. Shout out to y'all. I know y'all ain't heard me say that in a while. I'm paying attention.
Of Internal Affairs. Now, Fox 5 has learned that the PC has made recent personnel changes in Internal Affairs and also in former Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry's office. Internal Affairs Deputy Chris Morello has been removed from his post. This comes a week after his boss, Chief Miguel Iglesias, was relieved from his command. The two are in charge of what could be the most important bureau at the police department. They were in charge of making sure there were no crooked cops. Now, the New York Post reporting 6 members of Madry's office, 5 detectives and 1 police officer were sent to walk the beat in public housing. This all comes following the sexual misconduct allegations surrounding the former chief of department, Jeffrey Madry. His subordinate, Lieutenant Quatisha Epps, filed a complaint against the city last week, claiming she did unwanted sexual favors for Madry in exchange for overtime. Madry says their relationship was consensual and that he had no authority over approving any overtime. Epps, who had held an administrative post in Madry's office, was the NYPD's top earner in 2024. Records show she made more than $400,000 in overtime. Half of it was overtime pay. Now, once these allegations came to light, Madry resigned. Now, today we spoke to retired NYPD detective Michael Alcazar about what these moves by the commissioner mean for the department.
I think Jessica Tisch is sending the right message. I've seen it in my Facebook group, my retired Facebook group. A lot of retired police officers too are supporting what Jessica Tisch is doing because they feel like, again, Madry Caban have gotten away with a lot of things, and they feel like she's actually the real deal police commissioner. She's cleaning up house. She's going to put her people that she trusts, that she feels will do the job the right way.
So they're trying to clean up the police department and the correctional department over in New York City. I will keep you guys in the loop on what's going on.